You know, last year, as many of you know, because many of you were here, it was really the first time in the history of the city that a Chicago mayor invited the Polish community to City Hall to celebrate Constitution Day. That makes this year the second time in history that a mayor of Chicago has invited our community to City Hall to celebrate our magnificent occasion. The mayor has, of course, advised me that he would be pleased to host 17 more historic events, one every year for the next 17 years. And we expect you all here for that occasion. Before I introduce our host, I'd like to, I think some of you met during going through the receiving line some of the other Polish Americans serving in the Washington administration. Ron Pecor, the city comptroller, Paul Karras, the Commissioner of Public Works of the City of Chicago, John Gemolo, who's the first Deputy Superintendent of Police, Joanne Malinowski, who is the Acting Director of the Department of Revenue, Rich Stark, who's Assistant Commissioner of Streets and Sanitation, and Dennis Nowicki, who is Deputy Superintendent of Police also, is not here but is on his way in tonight, and Pat Mikulski, who's Assistant in the Press Secretary's office. I believe that if you take a look at what has happened during the course of this last several years, you will find that there are probably more Polish Americans serving in major positions in this administration than any other in the history of this city. In addition to these, to the people who serve full-time on a day-to-day basis serving this city, there are a number of Polish Americans who are serving on important boards and commissions. Ron Grzywinski is on the City Colleges Board. George Migala, who I think you all know well, has been appointed by the mayor to the Board of Local Improvements and also serves on the Health Systems Agency. Judge Pete Stanek is on the Advisory Council for the Department on Aging. Larry Gorski is on the Advisory Council on on handicap. Mary Stanek is on the Commission of Health Planning, the Health Systems Agency. John Pekarsky serves on the Chicago Plan Commission. Mitch Kobolinsky on the Cultural Affairs Advisory Commission, Nancy Kazak on the Landmarks Commission, and Delia Wozniak on the Board of Health. I am telling you all this because I believe that it is a demonstration that the Polish community is an active participant in Chicago's government at all levels. It is in the spirit of this participation in Chicago's democracy that I believe we begin our observance of Polish Constitution Day. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Chicago, Mayor Harold Washington.
Well, thank you very much, Michael Holowinski, for a very, very generous introduction. Michael and I go back quite a way. We served in the Illinois General Assembly, and he is a freshman. I had an experienced old codger when he came down. And we've been close friends for all that intervening period. He's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. And so I'll take liberties with his patience and just tell you today is his birthday. How old are you, Michael? To you, happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. His mother? Well, where's his mother? I want to ask her something.
It's the Polish version of...
I can talk about Dre's.
No, you can't.
With a song like that, one would want to celebrate a birthday every day. And to Deputy Gemolo and Honorable Monsignor Koblazar, and to Al Mazuski, the President of the Polish National Alliance and National President of the Polish American Congress, as well as to Helen Szymanowicz, Chairperson of the Polish Day Parade this coming Saturday. I want to applaud your efforts and those of our own Mike Holowinski, Judge Staniak, Mayor Staniak, and George Migala in bringing together this fine group of people to help celebrate Polish Constitution Day. This celebration, which unites us this evening, occurred, as I understand it, nearly 200 years ago, when freedom-moving people went to work to create a new form of government, a government based on democratic principles and on individual freedom. Toward this same end, Chicago is united today. No other city on this continent represents these ideals and struggles better than Chicago does. As a city, we have spent 3 years achieving the principles celebrated in the Polish Constitution, and today we are one step closer to this goal, and I'm deeply, deeply proud of that. The Polish patriots adopted in 1791, at the time of worldwide monarchy and oppression, a document that even today rings out with the rebirth of democracy, liberty, and justice. The history of the Polish people, as you well know, has been a turbulent one. The historical significance of May 3rd can be evaluated by the magnificent renewal of that 200-year-old spirit during the era of solidarity in 1980-1981. The fact that the people of Poland celebrate the 3rd of May in pride and defiance of their oppressors is great testimony to the special significance of the lasting Polish Constitution. And although the Polish people have been frustrated in their quest for political independence and personal freedom, their steadfast solidarity has been an inspiration to all the world. Nowhere have you been more of an inspiration than right here in Chicago. You are the strength of Chicago, active participants in our businesses, our culture, our politics. You are deeply woven into the fabric of this entire city, and one would shudder in horror to think that if you ever were unwoven, what would happen to this great city. You are a deep part of our fair city. I am proud of your commitment to our neighborhoods. I have worked to make city government your partner in an effort to improve the lot of your community and your people. And I didn't just start when I got to be mayor. It has been my life quest to be of service to my people, and my people include all 3 million people here in the city of Chicago. In furtherance of this, partnership, and in memory of it, I am pleased to announce that the City of Chicago will soon be providing funding for the Polish Welfare Association to implement a comprehensive new program. This program, funded through the Department of Human Services, will provide Polish welfare with the ability to create a structural social service environment to meet the needs of the hungry and the homeless in Polonia. The center they operate will provide critical services to the homeless and help them become self-sufficient and independent. I am pleased to be able to celebrate with you today and to issue this proclamation on the occasion of the Polish Constitution. I'll just read the operative therefore clause. And it says, now therefore, and I read the therefore clause because my name's in the therefore clause. Now therefore, I, Harold Washington, Mayor of the City of Chicago, do hereby proclaim April 30th through May 4th, 1986, to be Polish Constitution and Polonia Day in Chicago. Thank you very much.